Does Steam have a monopoly on the PC gaming market? Well, apparently 72% of game devs think so. What's going on, you guys? It's the Daily Pleb here. Make sure you're liking and subbing for more content. So getting into the article, does Valve hold a monopoly on the PC games market with Steam? 72% of game developers think so, according to data from a survey of 306 industry executives. I think Valve does hold a monopoly on the PC games market. And it's because it's the only service worth having. Anytime I've ever downloaded another games launcher, I have never had a good time. EA Origin is so ungodly awful, I actively just refuse to play EA games. The Rockstar launcher. Anytime I want to play a Rockstar game, I have to reinstall the Rockstar launcher because it will not connect to their servers otherwise. Like if I play, let's say I play GTA, and I quit, and I decide, well, I want to play it again maybe the next day or a few hours later, I have to reinstall the entire launcher, or else the game will not launch. The Bethesda launcher, trash. The Ubisoft launcher, trash, and doesn't work a lot of the times for me. Good Old Games, or Galaxy, whatever it's called now, it's pretty good, I do like that one, but it just doesn't have the features or the library that Steam has, and it's just not that great, in my opinion, comparatively. But let's actually get back into the article here. When Steam launched in 2003, it was originally created to Valve's own video games, like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress. In 2005, however, the view expanded as titles from other developers were published on the digital storefront. In the 2 decades since, Steam has become a largely uncontested force in the PC games market. Others have certainly tried, be it EA with Origin, which is garbage by the way, Ubisoft with Uplay, also garbage, Blizzard with Battle.net, I don't think I've ever used Battle.net, and many more over the years. But Steam has remained ahead of the pack. So how do game developers feel about Valve's power in the space? Well, according to data from a survey of 306 industry executives, the majority believe Steam holds a monopoly. 72% of game devs claim Steam holds monopoly. Atomic Research conducted a survey in May of 2025 that has since been circulated by PC distribution platform Rocky for Games Industry Biz. In the study, The State of PC Games Distribution, 306 executives spanning the UK and the US were asked a number of questions on the current market. For context, 77% of those surveyed came from studios with more than 50 employees, so we're looking at responses mostly from AAA studios. Of those contacted, 72% of them believe Steam does indeed have a monopoly on the PC games market. While alternatives exist today, be it Epic Game Store or even GOG, with 48% of those surveyed having released games across multiple storefronts, they view Steam as a top dog by a considerable margin. Over time, Steam has accrued the largest install base of PC gamers, meaning games released everywhere else have a much smaller potential audience. In other words, not releasing on Steam can drastically hinder possible sales. I mean, Steam is just the best platform. The Steam sales absolutely peak. Like if you're a broke boy, like myself, Steam sales are when you're buying games. I have bought so many games on the Steam sales. I have a massive backlogs of games that I have yet to play and probably will ever play. Like, it's just good. The review function is amazing. If a game is being review bombed, it'll tell you that all the negative reviews are recent. And it's not indicative of the whole experience. So you can actually do more research on the topic, see what's going on there. Steam has taken proactive measures and active measures to ensure that you're not getting scammed. They have a high bar for, not slop being put on their storefront. Features. There's loads of features of Steam. They're constantly adding new features. They're listening to community feedback. Their security is, in my experience, top notch. I had my Steam account hacked by unironically, like a Chinese seller, right? And they were trying to sell my my cards or whatnot, right? I don't know how to explain it. Like trading cards that you get in the game when you play them. Got it resolved automatically. Did not even have to speak to a actual person at Steam. I put in my thing. Here's what's going on. Within minutes, my account was back. Like, they're good. I have never had a problem with Steam versus Ubisoft or EA or Epic Game Store. There's always something going on. Or the Rockstar things I mentioned earlier, where I literally cannot play a game unless I reinstall their entire launcher. Steam has won the monopoly that they find themselves in solely based on their own goodwill and their own pro-consumer stance. And I feel like a lot of these devs are just upset in some ways of Steam's success, and especially when it comes to AAA studios. Like, they're just getting swatted by Steam, and they're mad because they want to be able to jack up prices on consumers and continue to make loads and loads of money. And that's what it's really about here. Make no cope. These AAA studios are mad because Steam takes a higher percentage than something like Epic does, or GOG. And they do that because they can. And these executives are upset because the money isn't flowing into their pockets, so they can't nickel and dime you. But, you know, at the end of the day, Steam has this monopoly because they're good at what they do. Sorry for rambling, but these like launcher things are just so cringe, and I hate that we have that new wave where everybody's making a launcher because all of them are garbage. None of them are good. Epic and GOG are the only ones that like have any semblance of being good at what they do. Other than that, like, they're all trash, and I really wish we would remove dependency from these games. Oh, 2K even has a launcher. 2K has a launcher. Everybody's got to have a launcher. And it was just ridiculous. But I am glad that era of gaming is over. But, you know, I'm rambling again. That's the end of this video. I'm going to keep talking forever. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.